has expired. The question is that the motion be agreed to, and I give the call to the Shadow Assistant Minister for Education, the member for Forrest.
Thank you, Deputy Speaker, and I'm very pleased to support this private member's motion by the member for McPherson, and I want to acknowledge her long-standing commitment to both STEM and to the space industry, and particularly through her role as an engineer in the passion she brings to this particular area of manufacturing. And as the Australian Space Agency marks its 5th year on July 1, since its inception, it's provided a centralised pathway that promotes the collaboration that we've heard the member for McPherson speaking about, and bringing together the public and private sectors, which is achieving world-class research projects and outcomes. It's achieving very high-quality outcomes in what is a short period of time, and it's testament to the vision of the previous coalition government and its investment in the sector. It's no wonder that Australia's share of the global space economy grew by 30% during 2019-20 as the agency worked to develop, assess and target the areas of importance, to close market gaps in the sector and enable and facilitate commercial investments where Australia holds that competitive advantage. In WA, the first optical communications ground station based at the University of WA. This project is changing the way we communicate between ground and space-based assets and has the potential to enable high-speed transfer of large volumes of data very quickly and securely. We've got ground stations also to be based in South Australia, the ACT and New Zealand, and the growth of the project is a great outcome for the Australian Space Agency and collaborators. Another fantastic project has been enabled with the European Space Agency with construction of a 35-metre deep space tracking satellite dish, which is underway in New Norcia, 140-odd kilometres north of Perth. The antenna will feature the latest in the cryptogenically cooled technologies to boost signal reception and will be locally operated by some of Australia's best scientists from CSIRO. The site was chosen in 2019, with construction expected to be completed in 2024. But Labor has created some uncertainty for the space industry throughout Australia, and the former coalition government, through the establishment of the Australian Space Agency and its commitment to projects worth $2.5 billion, actually supports 10,000 Australian workers. And I note that Australia didn't even invite a representative from the space sector to their jobs forum. And we actually included space as one of 6 national manufacturing priority areas. Very important. We understand the importance of this industry to Australia and to our future. As a government, we wanted to ensure that we had the best framework in place for the sector to succeed, and that is what we're seeing now. And certainly we must, as a nation, provide a clear commitment to the space sector. Not doing so will actually halt the momentum that's been gained. And we look at what's ahead in a national defence sector as well, and we looked at the horizon issues and the potential weaponisation of satellites. There's some very good reasons for Australia to be in this field. And, of course, we work with others around the world like NASA and the European Space Agency. Anne Bettens from Harvey and Taryn Eckersley, both from my electorate, are great examples of the pathway we're providing for young and mature Australians alike. Anne grew up in Harvey, went on to study a PhD at the University of Sydney School of Aerospace and Engineering. She specialises in autonomous navigation of satellites for space exploration. She was selected as one of just 2 Australians to attend NASA for a 10-week internship program at their Jet Propulsion Laboratory in California. Taryn Eckersley grew up in the small town of Dunsborough. He has a significant and extremely important role with NASA, where he works in the hazardous gas leak detection team to ensure the safe launch of rockets for NASA's Artemis missions. His team sits in the Launch Control Centre. And for anyone wondering what does space actually mean for them, have a think about scratch-resistant lenses that come out of space technology and exploration, cordless tools for our handymen at work, ear thermometers now used in hospitals, for satellite navigation, the sat-navs in cars, the memory foam now used in mattresses, smoke detectors, safety grooving for runways and roads, LED lights and portable computers. The list goes on, Deputy Speaker, of what's come out of the space sector.
And I thank the Shadow Assistant Minister.